Hello, it's me again. I look a little different today. I have eyebrows now. Um, Today I'm going to be talking about my diagnosis. I was diagnosed with IIH in December of 2015. This was 9 months after I had my second child. I had been having headaches for about two months or so, and I couldn't understand why, because these headaches it just wouldn't go away. I started birth control around the same time the headaches came on, but I didn't link them at all. I didn't link the headaches to the birth control at all. So I was working as normal, trying to just get through my days with the headaches. I was living on a leave at this point, and I went to work. I drove to work, and while driving back home, I went blind. I couldn't see anything while driving. It lasted probably a few seconds, but it felt like forever. By the time it came back, I was veering off to the side of the road on the highway. Of course, that scared the living daylights out of me, so I pulled aside properly and I just stopped. And I was so scared. But after I guarded myself, I got home. I had to work the night shift the next day. So took a leave and decided, okay, I'm going to work. Now, I had been complaining about these headaches at work. So my supervisors, sorry, my supervisor had told me to go and seek some medical attention about it because it was going on for way too long. But, Trinities, take 2 tablets, drink some bush tea, something like that, and be good. But none of it was working. So this night I went to work and I could not function. I could barely open my eyes. The lights were literally blinding. I could not open my eyes. By the next morning, my supervisor told me, if you don't go to the hospital or something right after work, I'm going to find you and I'm going to take you myself. So I was like, okay, fine, I'm going. So I ended up calling a friend and we went to the hospital. And as soon as I got there, they did the triage and I sat there waiting in pain, in excruciating pain, to the point where I had to tiptoe. Because every little step, every little sound, everything was just banging in my head. And by the time the doctor saw me, I will never forget this doctor. I don't remember her name, but I remember her well. She almost instantly picked up on it. And she asked me what were my symptoms. I told her I can't see in my left eye. I can't hear in my left ear. I don't know what's going on. I'm in severe pain. My head hurts and it's been hurting for some time. And she was like, okay, give me a minute. She left the room, and when she came back, she's like, I'm gonna do a little test. And she took her pen and she put it to the side. And she's like, can you see my pen? I'm like, no. She's like, okay. And I think she brought it in closer. And she's like, can you see it now? I'm like, no, I can't see your pen. You don't have your pen next to me. She's like, okay, turn your head and look. And the pen was literally right here, and I could not see it. My peripheral vision was totally gone. When they tested my eardrum was ruptured. Couldn't hear a thing in my ear. it was a really scary time. I was told that, okay, we're going to keep you. We have to run some tests. We think we know what it is, but we need to do the test to make sure and all of that. I stayed in the emergency room for 3 days. No ward, no anything. They kept me in the emergency room so they could monitor me for 3 days. Constantly giving me pain meds to manage the pain and that kind of thing. I had an MRI done. I had x-rays done. Various eye tests. The worst was when they dilated my eyes so they could see the back. Oh my God. I couldn't see a thing. It was horrible. Then came the lumbar puncture. Let me tell you, I will not wish that on my worst enemy. It is the most painful thing I've ever endured. And I had kids by then. I had 2 children by then. I went through childbirth twice. And the thing that I remember the most about the lumbar puncture was the fact that as soon as they got to where they were supposed to get with the needle, I felt the shock run straight down the left side of my body, straight to my toe, the tip of my toe. And all I remember is the same doctor, she came back every single day, the same doctor standing in front of me, holding my hand, because you had to bend forward to do the lumbar puncture, holding my hand and apologizing to me every minute. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you have to go through this, but we have to do it. When it was all said and done, they had all their tests run. I was officially diagnosed with idiopathic intracranial hypertension. I was put on medication and monitored constantly. I was put in the outpatient clinics. So I was in neurology outpatient clinic. I was in the eye outpatient clinic. And all of this while still having to be a mother, be a fiance, and, But that was my story of diagnosis. Stay tuned. Next time I'll be talking about the medication that I'm on. It is horrendous, but it helps. So, like I said, stay tuned, and I will see you again soon. Bye.